Time to go.
Welcome, friend of child, and congratulations on the first day of your illustrious career with the Fatui. You sound remarkably sure of yourself. Remember, we are mere mortals, but back to the matter at hand. Child tells me that he has
What agreement? Oh, the thing about...
Correct. Child promised he would find someone to break the stalemate, and the Harbinger...
Ah, where...
Child is currently at Lioli Pavilion.
Oh, Paimon knows this one. Ahem. There are two styles of cooking in Liyue, known as Li style and Yue style. They have the flagship restaurant of the Li style is the Lioli Pavilion. The owner especially chose to open the restaurant at Feiyuan Slope so they could compete face-to-face with the Shinyue kiosk, which is the flagship Don't talk to Paimon like that! Anyway...
Yeah! Aha, you made it. As promised, I found someone who can help you. Someone who can...
So, where is he? In Lioli Pavilion?
He certainly is. Come, I took the liberty of setting up a business dinner, as per the...
Welcome back, sir. You honor us with your patronage. Mr. Zhongli is awaiting your arrival in the room you booked.
Hi. Allow me to introduce Mr. Zhong Li, consultant to an organization known as Wang Sheng, and a trusted associate of the Fatui. Indeed, Wang Sheng's line of work can be sensitive at times. Let's just say they understand when to... And we, the Fatui, have always been glad to do business with friends who...
Walk in the shadow?
It is an honor to meet you. I have heard tell of you from Mondstadt.
Discretion? Shadows? Is Wangshan some kind of business involving...
Indeed. It is as you have guessed. The Wangsheng Funeral Parlor organizes burials.
Huh?
Did you think he was some sort of hired killer? The Fatui calls many such people friends, but the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor does not dabble in such business. Well, they are still... I shouldn't say too much.
Because I can bring you to see Rex Lapis.
What?
Don't be so surprised. Sure, the Geo-Archon's body has been squirreled away by order of the Tianquan Ningguang. But first, let's hear...
Rex Lapis may be the prime of Adepti, but he is ultimately an Adeptus. Many Adepti have left us. The times have changed. You must have felt it too when you were at Jueyun Karst. As you have seen, the time of the Adepti is ending, and the time of mankind. In years past, Liu's tradition was that a huge memorial service be held to mark the passing of every Adeptus. But this time, the Qixing have made no...
Yeah, the killer hasn't even been caught yet.
Deicide or not, the concern of the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor is this. When the ritual to receive this god is so kingly, it is all the more egregious for his final send-off to go unattended to. Traveler, Child has told me a lot about you. Since you have had dealings with the Animo Archon.
Oh? In our line of work, this means that you want to silence me. How interesting. Draw your sword, we shall... Just kidding. Let's continue, shall we? The Tianquan Ningguang has forbidden anyone from accessing Rex Lapis's vessel, which of course you would need to access if you were to achieve your goal of meeting all of the 7.
Precisely. Only by participating in the rite of parting will you be... If we are agreed, come with me. We will speak of the detail.
All right, my bridge building work here is done. You can go if you want to. Don't worry about me. I might just have a few more drinks and get acquainted. My chopsticks truly are...
After having experienced the land of the absentee Archon, traveler, how does it feel to know that our Archon and Adepti are here all around you? Indeed, the weight of 3,007 organizing the rite of parting should prove to be an Liyue is the most prosperous of the 7 nations, defended by deities and ruled by the Qixing. As such, the Ningguang of the Qixing has always been on her guard against the Fatui. That is in all...
Huh. What would Child get out of us doing the rite of...
I neither know nor do I wish to know. As far as I am concerned, the Fatui are... These are the advance funds that Child has provided. If you use them up, you can go...
Wow!
Well then, let us be off. The first step in our preparations shall be to obtain some prize Noctilucous jade worthy of a deity.
Welcome to the Jade Mystery, my good friends. Would you like to try your luck betting on Jade? This could be your lucky day. It's cheap and it's fun, and who knows, you...
Betting? No, we're here for...
Noctilucous jade, of radiant grade at the very least.
Radiant grade, Noctilucous Jade? I see. You're not a tourist. My apologies. What do you think? The Jade Mystery is an old name in the jade business. Just look at that wonderful quality.
These 3 pieces really do look... But how do we pick? Should we just grab one and go?
Oh? You want me to decide? That is fine. If it were me, the answer would be simple.
Oh? And...
I'll take them all, boss.
Oh, you act with such panache, good...
Oh, wait, boss! That one didn't count! Hey! If we only need 1 for the ritual, aren't we wasting 3 times the Mora if we buy them all?
Oh, Mora. It is as you say.
Huh? How do you not think about Mora when buying things?
If one must always consider Mora before acting. All Mora is currency, but not...
What? Is this how the rich live? Well, he knows a lot about big money, but not a lot...
No need to waver. Even when I am evaluating the quality of Noctilucous jade is indeed very tricky. As only after the item made using Noctilucous jade has taken shape. If you return to those crafty merchants to quibble, they will counter by saying that you're crafty.
Whoa! To think it's that...
But there is a way to truly evaluate this jade. A fool sees the pointer.
What does that mean?
If you point at the moon with your finger, A wise man knows that you are pointing at the patterns, the facade. These are all the finger. Noctilucous jade is a mystical stone. Noctilucous jade of excellent quality would have superior pyro affinity. In other words, the bluer and brighter the luster of the ore, I have imparted the priceless secrets of the jade trade.
Priceless, huh? Paimon's just... We're back to buy some rocks, boss. But can you let us...
Burn them? You can't do that, my friends. If you were to do so, what would I... That would... Well... Fine. As you wish, then. How about this? I can take a small sample of all...
Don't worry. I know the rules. As long as we can prove that it is...
All right. Take these as samples. I've carved them off with a knife and tagged them to boot.
Aren't these too thin? Even paper's thicker. No, even a bug's wings are thicker. These are almost...
Oh, you flattered me, but I have to be gentle with these rocks. They are my pride, and if I'd taken off even a bit...
But wouldn't something this thin go poof?
It can't be helped. Trying to deprive a merchant of his profits would be like forcing a ravenous wolf to vomit up the...
What sort of conditions?
While we add the high temperatures using pyro, we can use hydro.
Oh! Oh, sir, to think you were...
Strictly speaking, asking for samples when we have not yet agreed to purchase the goods is...
Well, guess we just need to find a place to try this out. Oh, Paimon remembers! We once saw this big pot down at the Data Upa Gorge in the camp of the Hilly Churls from the Meaty tribe. Now, let's...
Into the wind.
It has been a long time since I last set foot in the Nation of Wind. A friend of mine from Mondstadt would always bring a few bottles of locally brewed dandelion wine whenever he came to visit me in Liyue. It must be said that the famed liquor of the land of pastorals is far better.
That's the pot! It looks like the Hilly Trolls are still using it. It's a big lake, but we gotta cut the line.
One with nature.
There's still soup in here. These Hilly Trolls sure have big appetites. This soup looks like it could be used as our hydro-elemental We're ready to go. Paimon will help remember which. Use pyro to keep making the pot hotter, and Mr. Zhongli said that the shinier and bluer the ore gets... Whoa! That light came from the first Noctilucous jade! Hilly Trolls are surrounding us again! Were they attracted by the light? Such nosy neighbors! Let's take care of them and continue again after. That light came from the second Noctilucous jade, didn't it? More Hilly Trolls! They don't give up, do they? Looks like they're mad that we ruined their food! Let it rain! head back to the Jade Mystery to buy some jade, shall we?
You're back, my friends. I've kept the goods for you. Which of them would you like?
Exactly! That's the one.
No problem.
Then we'll take a box of the third type of...
Done. All the same, and pardon me for asking, but I'm...
I suppose it would not hurt to tell.
Parting? Oh, dear. I'd heard the rumors, but had given much thought to them. Oh, it's hard to believe. Even though the Jade Mystery has been in decline, it is said that when our Lord lost his way while going incognito in the city 200 years ago, it was a spoon from the Jade Mystery that he had used. Alas, alas, all things must pass. Well, if this is to be used to save...
Are you sure you didn't want to even give it?
If not for our Lord's protection, this city wouldn't exist as it does now. Nope.
I'm sure Rex Lapis will feel your...
In the safe hands of the Liu Chising and good, honest merchants such as yourself.
All right. Thank you, my friends.
Now that we've made our choice.
Hey, wait a minute. He said it was half price.
Oh, right. I'm sorry. I must have... As I thought. I didn't...
Any what?
Mora. My apologies. Another oversight on my part.
Oh, that won't do. This isn't some small sum. Oh, that's a relief. Have a look, boss. Is it enough?
It's fine. Just enough for half price. Though, to be honest, it'd be all right.
Well, it's settled then. Let's take this jade to Yujing Terrace. That's where we plan to hold...
Look at you bossing everyone around. You didn't cough up a single Mora.
It seems that we... We can leave the jade here. I have already called for a jewelsmith to shape them into the... Ah, yes. I have yet to go and see Child. So, as for the jewelsmith's remuneration...
Guess we can't do anything else. Also...
Yes. I have already rented this location, and have begun making The Liu Chising have agreed to this arrangement.
But when something this big happened here, should suspects like us really... Although with that said, since we got back from Dwayne Karst, none also the...
Traditionally, we call it the
Ah, right! That's what it was called. You seem to know everything, Mr. Zhongli.
One must think that they already have someone in mind. Or perhaps they already know. Surely they must have found all the... These things are for the authorities in Yujing Terrace to consider. Before the rite is conducted, the Exuvia will be kept temporarily...
Golden House?
The only mint in Liu, which is to say the only mint in Tevat. All...
Oh, no! Paimon wasn't thinking about anything bad. Paimon thinks it... But why do you know this, Mr.
Since the rite of parting has the approval of the Chising, it is a semi-official event. As such, there is already some limited information available. Perhaps each has their motives. But this is the capital of commerce. A little exploit in Liu, where the god of contracts reigns. Well then, we should go and prepare the...
Perfumes? Where'll we get those?
No. Perfumes used to honor the gods must be freshly decocted. The silk flower petals contain a fibrous material of good quality, often used in brocade making. Its scent, however, is
It's time for Zhongli's lectures on...
We shall not speak of the details right now. Follow me. We shall go to the...
Hey, boss, do you...
Silk flowers? We certainly do.
Which kind? The good kind? The best kind?
Ugh, you ignorant shoppers. Always coming in here.
Golden House Maiden, Valley Weaver, and Fate's Yearning. One of each.
My goodness, this You two must be his servants. Please refrain from any further attempts to contribute. Now then, please peruse at your leisure.
Silk flowers exhibit different properties based on how their environmental conditions differ. Just look at the abundant foliage here. And these stamens, glamorous as a maiden of the Golden House. This strain is by contrast. This variety thrives in any dark, damp location, often in large clusters. Morphologically, lastly, this strain is quite the recluse. Unlike its exuberant cousins, flowers and foliage are minimal, and when in season, it has a subtle yet... Silk flowers have all but disappeared from the wild today due to geographical changes over Liyue's hit.
Wow! A true connoisseur. Most of that...
I possess but a smattering of trivial knowledge. My traveler friend is the one to watch. They are on track to set foot in every corner of the world.
Oh, Mr. Zhongli, you're way too humble. So...
I'll take them all, boss.
Again?
How can I put this? When purchasing opera tickets, it is natural to decide based on which singer, but this silk flower purchase is not an Perhaps you don't know. Tradition states that we should decoct perfume from different subspecies of silk flower when making an offering to a Like several other tedious and complicated traditions, this one has become simplified over time. But this is the only rite of parting to take place for one of the 7 in 3,700 years. As such, I do think we should honor tradition down to the last detail in this case. Now that's settled, a question.
You forgot to bring money again? Zhongli.
If I may interject, did I hear you say...
Yes, in a sense.
Gosh, well, why didn't you say so? It would be bad luck to say it out loud. But since these flowers will be used to glorify our Lord...
Are you serious?
Why wouldn't I be? I would if he hadn't written those poems in praise of my wares. They'd only be worth a
Huh. So much folklore here revolves around Liyue's deity.
Thank you, boss. I think I speak...
Our skins? You were the one...
Please, it's the least I could do.
So, now that we've got the flowers...
Ideally with the help of an expert. Unfortunately...
Talk about first world problem.
Hence, I need you to help by asking around in the city.
So this time we get to go around town looking for nice-smelling ladies?
I will wait for you near the statue of the 7.
Maybe we can find some good candidates at the Adventurers Guild. Let's ask Blanc. She's master of the Liyue branch, right?
I stopped accepting commissions a long time ago. Sorry.
Oh, it's not that kind of favor. It's just a teeny tiny thing.
Wow. I'm just going to assume that you're either joking. To be fair, I put a lot of effort into my appearance for someone who spends all their time in the great outdoors.
Well, Paimon thinks you smell amazing. So come on, Lon.
Now that you mention it, yes. Oh, it must be from the Qingxin flowers I picked on the way back. I forgot
Aha! The truth is out.
No, they were for medicinal use only. Anyway, this is a pointless conversation.
The fortune teller, right? Paimon remembers she smells. Thanks, Lon. See you.
Hello. How may I?
We've come to ask you a question.
Sorry, you caught me off guard. Most people, I think we need more time to get to know each other.
We just wanted to know what perfume you normally...
Oh, well, that said, some of the cosmetics I use are... Since I usually set up my stall by the docks, I avoid perfume like the plague, because Celestia
That's the worst...
While we're on the subject, have you never heard anyone...
Yanger?
Yes, that's her. Many a rich family's daughter has gotten her to make...
Great! This is just the intel we need.
Well, hello. You found me at last.
What? How did you know it?
Oh, I heard a rumor about a couple who were snooping around town looking for a Actually, I was starting to worry you wouldn't find me. This is the ultimate test.
Snooping around? Why are you making...
What can I say? People love to talk. Maybe relax. I know why you're here. You want to get your hand on my homemade perfume, don't you? I'm not Could it be that you've been bewitched by my natural scent?
Whatever this is, you guys need to snap out of it right now. Hand her the silk flowers.
3 in one go. My goodness. You have extreme tastes for someone your age. Maybe the rumors I heard were true after all. You're on the prowl and needs... Ay, who let this tiger out of the cage? Well, with your look, as one of my favorite poems goes.
That went over Paimon's head a little.
In short, I'm happy to help. Traveler, you can be my assistant, but you'd better make... So, where is a good place for making... You mean Wanmin restaurant? Good choice.
Time to go. Follow the wind.
I've had a word with Chef Mao. Are you ready to please me?
What did you say?
I meant make me proud, as my assistant, obviously. While I'm setting up, you can go and fetch some water.
Try something new at the Wanmin restaurant.
May have
These people must have iron stomachs.
Time to go.
This water will do nicely. Now, I need you to perfume making uses an altogether different technique from alchemy. Here, let me teach you. You need to keep your wrist firm. So now use your strong hand to stir it with a persistent rhythm. Keep going until the juices start to come out. Ooh, you're a natural, like a fish to water. Now take these and try it out on your own using a nearby... Don't forget to do all 3. They look visually identical during the essence extraction process. Wow, this is some exquisite silk. The essence is placed into water and simmered over. You must take care to control the heat during this process. So please focus on control. Don't waste a drop of that essence. All 3 perfumes are ready, and a testament to the lengths you will go to for romance. It's so rare to see nowadays. Wow, you actually remembered my You know, you're cuter than people give you credit for. If I didn't have my guard up, I can see. Anyway, shall I give you a brief overview of each scent? It might just.
Paimon wants to hear this.
This first one is sweet as candy, straight out of a fairy tale. The second one is for those with more refined taste. Finally, the third one has a soft but lingering scent, like a mist that captures. All clear? Don't get them mixed up good. Be sure to come visit if you ever. I'll leave you with some parting words. One who tries to sail 3 boats simultaneously. Come and.
Let's take these 3 perfumes over to the Statue of the Seven. Mr. Zhongli's probably been waiting a while. We've brought the perfumes, Mr. Zhongli. Did we take too long? You were just staring up at the...
You're compared to the watch that Rex Lapis's statues have kept.
Well, how can a person compete with a statue?
That is true. Well, have you brought...
3 sets, and not 1 less.
Thank you both. Let us offer them up.
This is the first kind of perfume. Miss Yinger said that it's sweet as a dream, and this is the second kind. It's got an elegant smell, and the daughters of high... The third kind has a gentle but lingering fragrance. Something like the dusk mist, and it's a favorite of mature ladies. Oh, what was that? That's the one older ladies like. Does that mean that Rex Lapis is...
Perhaps. Rex Lapis has taken on countless forms.
What a shame. We only got... Let's hope that...
We can leave that to the authorities. Let us focus on the fond farewell for Rex Lapis.
So, we finished another step in our preparation.
Next, I would like the 2 of you to help me borrow the cleansing bell.
Cleansing bell?
At present, a friend of mine named Madame Ping is the guardian of the cleansing bell.
Sure, but aren't you going to...
I have certain reasons why I cannot be there.
Man, why has he gotta be so...
Time to go.
All things must change. Youngster, are you here to admire the flowers? But it's a shame.
What happened to them?
Back in my day, people said that if they heard beautiful sounds, but if they heard too much wild gossip...
So that means these flowers feel...
Yes. The rumors of Rex Lapis's death, some say it was a Fatui plot. Others say that the Chising made it all up. This harbor is like a mount... Well, I shall say no more. This old woman's grown to borrow something? Apart from that, but it was not originally mine either. I was a vain beauty when I was young, and he could not dissuade me. And so he gave it to me. But he said it has been many years, and still, though, I can't recall when. Oh, these old bones are so slow to look for things.
What a weird thing to be proud of.
All right, children, there is no need to worry.
Do you live near here, Granny?
Oh, an old lady like me can't afford to buy a place in this city. See this ceramic teapot?
How does that work? What? There's no way Paimon would fit in there. And why do you need Paimon to go in anyway? Can't you just let...
Oh, youngsters. I simply mean that the bell...
Where are we? What just happened?
Youngsters, this is where this old woman keeps all her things. Quickly now, go fetch that bell.
Whoa! That sounds like Granny's voice. So, this is her teapot? What's going on?
Oh dear, so many cobwebs. It seems I really haven't cleaned it in a long while. Sorry to trouble you, children. Please help an old lady clean up.
Did you notice? The cobwebs were made of elemental energy. How long has it been since Granny last swept this place? You know, with such a special teapot and the cleansing bell, do you think this old granny could also be an adeptus? Paimon's more and more convinced that she's an adeptus. But don't they all live in miHoYo and Karst? Why did she stay in the city?
Clouds high. The birds call.
No escape! Look alive! How many levels does this teapot have? It would be nice if we had one of these too. Or at least we wouldn't have to camp outside.
Oh, you found it. Youngsters are so quick on their feet. Oh, now, let me see. All right, that'll do. Come on out now, children. Oh, in and out in no time. you youngsters really are an adeptus. Oh. As to whether I am one or not, child.
Paimon kinda knows what you mean. But don't you think it's weird? Something's just happened.
Oh, don't be silly. Liyue Harbor has been through a great deal in its history, but no matter what, we have always performed the rite of to cry, catch the murderer at the top of one's lungs, but ignore now that you have come to borrow the bell. I guess that perhaps an old friend of so, why would I be unwilling to lend you the bell?
Hey, it belongs to Granny. We're supposed to.
Oh, let you keep it. You really are. But this bell gets homesick sometimes. Well, you must have things to do, since you have the bell. Oh, and do tell the person who said that if they have time, they can come over for tea.
We will. Thanks, Granny.
Indeed. This is the cleansing bell. Let's place the perfume we've prepared inside. Of course. How would I know that?
That's suspicious. But if you don't want to talk about it... Oh, yes, that old... If you have the time, you can come over for tea. I don't have much to offer, but you can always...
That tone does not suit you. Still, when a suitable time arrives, I'll bring a spot of fine tea and...
So what's the next step in our preparations?
Next, we need to...
Ooh, Paimon loves kites! Are you taking...
No. Kites are children's toys, yes. I will explain it to you.
Oh, sure. Sir, you're here. The 7 kites you asked...
Yes, thank you.
It's rare to see customers who want to buy this type of kite nowadays. Well, this is Mr. Zhongli from the... We've talked about a whole bunch of things while traveling with him. He seems to know Liyue's favorite topics, money and government, really well, but he likes talking about less use...
Well, that's because I prefer to share fun things with...
Children's toys are very fun things, that's for sure. Finely crafted toys are well loved by children, but this craft itself has been honed over thousands. I have made kites in Liyue for 40 years, and I am intimately familiar with the forms passed down from my...
Indeed. These are decorations used in the rite of parting. The 7 kites represent the 7.
I took the liberty of coloring outside the lines when doing the insignia of the Animo Archon. As for the kite that honors the Geo Archon, one must follow the contract given right down to the last letter.
Ah, Paimon's heard that name before. Huh?
The design of this kite displays a firm grasp on the cyclicality and eternity so dear. These markings of tree and leaf pay due honor to justice flows across the surface of the waters. War rages like a flame, as does the... Well then, Granny Shen, I shall take these back with me.
Well, allow me.
It's Child!
No way. I see Mr. Zhongli's the same as ever. When getting others to pay for him, he knows a great deal about money, and about the trials of the common man. He just doesn't consider poverty to be something, or perhaps you could say that he cannot.
How has he not died of hunger?
Child, you are as fond of jokes as ever. Well then, since we've purchased the right of parting requires helping hands as well as material.
Oh, by the way, take this bag of money. You probably won't want to. Seems I missed out on some interesting information. I suppose I'll just have to find a more opportune.
Hiring help? Sure. But let me just say first that I'm a reserve member of the Adventurers Guild. I take adventure.
Adventure? Venturing into the mountains to capture a few
That's not hard. Almost a bit too easy for a reserve.
A most fair price.
A pleasure doing business with you.
Try something new at the
A full day of odd jobs at Eugene Terrace. No problem.
Whoa, that's expensive.
Hero of Mondstadt?
Well, you may never have heard of this hero, but it seems you've heard of Mora none.
Hey, that's a good price.
Oh, help? Sure. I tick. Oh, so what's the job?
Let me see. We are still missing some wooden implements over at Eugene Terrace. They aren't uncommon objects, so I didn't make any.
No problem. That'll be 20,000 Mora for a single trip. How does that
Done.
This is all you got? Then, child? No. He's putting up the money? How about this? Let's make a trade. Get me a single Chinkson flower, and I'll
Guess we've got no choice.
Have you brought the goods? Hey, that's pretty good. With this Chinkson flower, I should be able to pacify my daughter tonight. I'll make sure the
All finished then? Splendid. Any leftover cash is yours to.
You think you can buy us off with some loose...
Well, how does this sound? You give me the information.
What info do you need? Huh. Does that mean you know what he's after? Yikes! You're right! Signora!
You both need to calm down. I don't know, just what is this about? The app.
Next, we need some everlasting incense. For this, we need to go to Boo Boo Pharmacy. Is everything okay?
Everything is fine. I was just informing them that they need not. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must be going.
Pаймон definitely felt like Child wasn't happy with us just now. The reception is deserted. And it's... Hello?
Welcome to Boo Boo Pharmacy.
Huh? Did you hear
The reception, it seems.
How about you... Oh, there you are. But about this one. Oh, it can't be.
Welcome to Boo Boo Pharmacy. I am Chi. Once upon a time, Chi-Chi died. Then, Chi-Chi was saved by...
Something like this would be unimaginable.
Hello, little girl.
Excuse me, sir. Did you bring your prescription?
Surely no prescription is...
Chi-Chi can get your medicine. But only if you show Chi-Chi your prescription. These are...
I'm afraid that she's probably right. Zombies are limited to acting within the confines of their orders. And somehow, my dear Chi-Chi, we didn't bring a prescription.
Okay then.
How did you manage that?
But Chi-Chi helps you. You help...
Since when do customers need to do favors for customer service?
Never mind. Just think of it as a peer-to-peer
Go to Mount Tianheng, find the Guizhong Ballista, and hunt a cocoa goat. Please and thank you.
Guizhong Ballista. It's a kind of crossbow turret. Installed on Mount Tianheng, located in Tianheng Pass. It was designed...
Mr. Zhongli, really?
Apparently not quite. This is...
The cocoa goat is a legendary animal.
Did you want to add...
No. Just that the cocoa goat, what it looks like. Don't know. Where to find it?
Very well then. Let's start by investigating...
What the heck is a...
Into the wind! The wind knows me. One with nature.
It's huge! Paimon can totally believe it took an adeptus, but how do you operate this thing? Just think how... Aw, what?
After millennia of wear and tear, even adepti contraptions are difficult.
So what are we gonna do? Quick, Mr. Zhongli, use your...
You almost make it sound like I'm some sort of bourgeois parasite whose only That said, let me think for a moment. As I recall, there is a military... If we can retrieve the spare parts from where they are stored, we may...
So, what you're saying is...
I have a smattering of knowledge on the topic. With the parts in hand, I could at least tinker with it.
Where is that supply post? Here, post...
These One moment. I will try to repair... It is done. The Guizhong Ballista is more in...
Ooh! Now how do we...
It's easy enough. We simply need to do this. Look.
Over here we have... nothing. And over there...
Hey! Just what do you think you're doing?
So you fixed up this turret because you're—
Not a turret. A Guizhong ballista. Also,
Are you blind or something? This area is supposed to be chock full of hidden treasures, but you can't get anywhere near— Last time we approached the mountain, it nearly skewered one of our guys. A few of us risked our lives to disarm it, which amazingly we managed. The next thing you'll be repairing—
Tut. Vandalizing the legacy of an adeptus for selfish gain. It is not we who need reprimanding.
Let's get it on!
Done.
The wind knows me.
Another test subject.
As one with wind and cloud.
You asked for it!
Into the wind.
Buckle up!
Should.
These lowlifes didn't know who they were.
Troubling ourselves over this rabble is not worth the time.
Oh, yeah, that! So we...
A search using the Guizhong ballista revealed no significant. What's more, a contraption built using Adeptus technology.
Which means... a Paimon wouldn't go that far.
We won't solve anything while standing here and racking our brains.
Good idea. We did our best, and that's what counts.
Forgive us. We were unable to fulfill our end of the contract. We found no trace.
What a disappointment. Don't worry.
Aw, poor Chi-Chi. Why does Paimon feel so guilty all...
Cocoa goat milk is tasty. So tasty. I'm sorry. I have a poor here. This is the name.
Huh?
I owe you both an apology. I hastily agreed to...
Never mind, Zhongli. You didn't know.
Excuse me, everyone.
Oh. Sorry, but Paimon's gonna leave the job of shattering this poor kiddo.
No.
Seems Chi-Chi took this pretty hard.
Someone learnt a vow.
Might I ask who...
Ah, how rude of me. I'm Baiju.
Paimon thought Chi-Chi was the boss. Turns out it's some wacko who wears What a sorry state of affairs. This little mess. Ah! The snake is speaking! I prefer to stay silent, but faced with strangers, I must speak, lest you mistake me for an escapee from the...
Don't mind Chengsheng. She's a good...
Do you sell everlasting incense in...
Everlasting incense? Why, of course...
Whew, at last.
3 million mora. Top quality. Guaranteed.
Aw, too bad the Chising have taken it over from...
3 million. An innocuous number in...
It's a crazy number. We'd never be able to make that much mora. And as...
This is correct.
What are we gonna do? Is this the part where we go...
Cocoa goat! Cocoa goat! My sides hurt.
Hey, let's laugh.
I'm almost in tears over here. Thank you. That was the best laugh I've had in a long time. Excuse me, sir. Dr. Baiju, isn't it? Truly honored. If Boo Boo Pharmacy needed a stable supply of, say...
Strange. I knew the Fatui infiltrated businesses with
coconut milk. Baiju, quick. Chi-Chi wants...
Ah, yes, of course, Chi-Chi. Anything you want. Thank you, child. I look forward to a successful collaboration in the future. I can give you a discount on that everlasting...
That's like...
2,990,000. Well, now that this is settled, we must head back to Yujing Terrace. Mr. Child, Dr. Baiju, little Miss Chi-Chi, see you soon.
Ah, that lot is an absolute riot. So, you've been eavesdropping, I hope?
Yes, Master Child. They spoke of the Chi...
Well. Ningguang and her Chi-Sing cronies. What? I apologize, but I warned you, didn't I? As the...
Well, as it stands, we've hired helpers, and we've acquired the everlasting incense.
Ooh, finally!
Well, traveler, have you gained anything from our adventure so far? Odd? Which is it, I wonder? The questions that such travels raise are ever so complicated. Well, I'll leave you to ruminate over it yourself, to treat you to a meal. Oh, yes, don't worry. Tonight, I shall take you both to an old hole in the...
Hole in the wall? As in a cool...
Indeed. Ah, you're here. There's no need to order. I've already done so. Third round knockout is not for lightweights, like those taverns in Mondstadt. Here, the owner does not take... I ordered some wine-fermented sweet rice balls for you, if that counts.
If it is to your liking, dear customers.
Hey, there's even a storyteller here!
Besides fine wine, the excellent ambiance is the reason why... But when I say ambiance, I refer to a different sort from the...
As you all know, high above the land of Liyue lies a pavilion in... What does it mean to have all-seeing eyes? This, my friends, Lady Ningguang's masterwork that Imagine, the weather is clear, and you gaze down... Behold, the glorious sights of Liyue Harbor. They say that when Lady Ningguang ponders important affairs, she retreats to her jade chamber with none but her 3 closest confidants in tow. Why brings she these trusted 3 to sift through sources, dig through documents, looking for information? Piece by piece, facts and figures paint a picture on the walls of the chamber. But well before the wall is filled, Lady Ningguang's mind is made up. Having made her call, she has every last document shredded, and whoosh, she scatters the shavings out her window. Ah, look at them, how they billow in the wind like a sudden swirling blizzard. As the fragments fall, traces of text flicker before the eyes of the merchants of Liyue, like ink stains in white snow. The saying goes, the rarest treasures in the land are the words brought by the paper snow. For the words of the Tianquan have the power to move mountains, and all throughout the land know it. These are but scraps of paper, and yet they guide Lady Ningguang's hand. Such is merely grasping one or two of them will surely gift you.
Tianquan Ningguang. Feels like what Liyue locals talk about her. The Fatui hate her. She's most...
At last I have found you. You who returned from Jueyun Karst.
Who's there?
Wait, I am not with the Millilith, nor am I here to However, I am an emissary of the Liyue Qixing. My name is Ganyu, secretary at the well, in concrete terms, I am the corporate...
Ningguang sent you? We were literally just talking about her.
My apologies, you who have returned from Jueyun, but I have with me a letter from Lady Ningguang. She invites you to her palace in the sky.
An official invitation?
Lady Ningguang said this. Invite him to come here. I wish to meet him. At the Jade Chamber. Together...
And with that, the emissary who called herself Ganyu just... What, we've received an invitation from the Liyue. We'll be meeting people that have way more money than Paimon could ever count. We should be on our best manners.
An invitation to visit the... You'd best be on your way now. But don't forget about the rite of parting.